Do you even need a realtor to sell your home anymore? We're about to find out. Hi, my name is Hyatt. I'm with Big Block Realty, and I'm going to walk you through the pros and cons of hiring a realtor so you can make that decision on your own and see what's best for you. So the reason most people consider hiring a realtor to sell their home is it's one of the largest financial decisions they'll ever make. So they're interested in finding out what's up here. If you're unfamiliar with the process, hiring a realtor is going to be super advantageous to you because there's a ton of moving parts behind the scenes that you will likely be unaware of. So for example, did you know that in San Diego, we have all kinds of local area disclosures that people need to be aware of and you might not be. For example, military ordinances and earthquake fault lines and flood zones and all kinds of other little things like that that most people are never aware of. By the time you get finished writing a contract, you've probably signed about 100 documents that have all kinds of legal repercussions, liabilities, and responsibilities that you might not be aware of. For example, just the purchase agreement is anywhere on the short side to be from around 25 to 40 pages. And that's just the purchase agreement. Then you add local area disclosures, natural hazard disclosures, seller property disclosures, and that's like 800 pages. But if you've recently bought or sold a property here in San Diego and have buckets of time, you might not need a realtor. Another reason people hire a realtor is the facilitation of the transaction. There's so many different aspects of that, particularly here in California, that most people are just not aware of. Believe it or not, facilitating these kinds of transactions is a full-time job. For example, when you are selling your home on your own, you are responsible for the marketing, the showings, the feedback, and then you get your home into contract, yay, awesome you. Then you have to worry about organizing the inspection, the request for repairs, the different other professionals, maybe foundation people, maybe the plumber, maybe the electrician, maybe the roofer, maybe the foundations person. Oh, I forgot, and you also have to, but if you know how to do all these things from facilitating the transaction until the end, you probably don't need a realtor. So we talked about two big reasons why people would consider hiring a realtor to sell your home. Let's talk about a con. I know what you're thinking. What's it going to cost? The real question you should be asking yourself is not what the realtor commission is, but is the realtor that's involved in your transaction worth the cost? Let me put it to you this way. When you hire a realtor and you pay a commission, it's an investment. When you invest in this, does it give you an ROI of this? A good realtor should yield you a much better sales price that will cover their commission and then some. At least we do. I hope this video gave you some great insights on the pros and cons of whether or not to hire a real estate agent. It really shouldn't be a question of if you should hire a real estate agent, it's which one. The first thing is understanding what your realtor's roles are. And the second decision is finding the right one. Hiring the right real estate agent can be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. Hiring the wrong real estate agent can be one of the worst decisions you'll ever make. If you have any additional questions about how to sell your home, I would love to talk to you. I'm Hyatt at Big Block Realty. Please give me a call.